In Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka's factory is undoubtedly paradise on Earth. But perhaps there's something deeper to this extravagant children's movie. Have you ever questioned if it's also a religious allegory? To give you a quick rundown of the plot, a young boy named Charlie lives in poverty with his family. Each year, he's gifted a Wonka chocolate bar for his birthday. Willy Wonka announces a contest in which 5 golden tickets have been hidden in random Wonka bars across the world. The children who find the golden tickets will be given a lifetime supply of chocolate and a full tour of his factory. One winner, awarded at the end of the tour, will also receive an additional prize, but the details of that are not specified. The tour of the factory is especially intriguing because of the infamous mystery around it. Years ago, Willy Wonka closed his factory to the public due to issues involving industrial espionage, and all of his employees lost their jobs. Since then, no one has been seen entering or leaving the factory, but despite that, the products continued being sold as usual. How, exactly, if no workers could be seen? Well, that was the mystery. And this ethereal quality of Wonka's chocolate factory is exactly where the religious metaphors begin. Now, the competition of who finds the golden tickets is a very important allegory in itself, but it's imperative to understand the symbolism behind the factory first. There's something different about Willy Wonka's factory, and that's immediately evident. Tim Burton's use of a Dutch angle works to slightly disorientate the viewer, cueing our subconscious that we're being transported out of the ordinary world. When the characters take their first steps into the chocolate factory, they leave the mundane city of dark, depressing colors and step into a vibrantly colorful wonderland. The factory includes the Great Glass Elevator, which quickly transports its users to its countless rooms, including the inventing room, nut sorting room, television room, and perhaps its most grand location, the chocolate room. The chocolate room appears to be a luscious meadow, but it's made entirely of candy.
You can eat the grass.
Of course you can. Everything in this room is eatable. Even I'm eatable.
The room features a chocolate waterfall in its center, but there's also mint sugar grass, candy cane trees, candy apples, orange pumpkin candy, a chocolate river, and many more sugary components. The chocolate room is very much a child's heaven, and almost all of the kids, and even adults, are quick to indulge in its sweetness. Multiple religious depictions of heaven imagine it to share a similar quality of holding an abundance of delicious food. The Islamic text describes heaven to be filled with rivers of honey and milk that never spoils. In the biblical paradise, the Garden of Eden is lush and holds irresistible fruit. You likely know the story of Adam and Eve. The 2 humans ate the forbidden fruit from the tree of knowledge. Their disobedience was then punished with banishment from heaven. If you compare what happens at Willy Wonka's chocolate factory with these images and religious stories, they're quite similar. Delicious rivers and seemingly endless luxuries, but there's also a test. Just like Adam and Eve's flaws, Charlie's competitors don't listen to the advice of Willy Wonka, and it's their recklessness that leads to their elimination from the contest.
Hey, little boy! My chocolate must be untouched by human hands.
Continuing on this allegorical interpretation, since Willy Wonka is the leader of this sugary heaven, he would be a metaphor for God. He's the one with the power to grant people access to the factory. He's also the one who has created a system of punishment for those who disobey him and misbehave. Or perhaps we should say sin. The main plot of the film focuses around this elusive competition in which Willy Wonka created. Everybody knows there's a test, and they understand that success will grant them an incredible prize, but beyond that, they don't know much. The contestants don't know for certain what the criteria are to win the competition, so they're largely left in the dark, only able to make uncertain guesses. Wonka later reveals that he sent out the golden tickets to find someone to inherit his factory.
I invited 5 children to the factory, and the one who was the least rotten would be the winner.
This piece of dialogue paints the movie to be an even clearer religious allegory. A person being rotten is another way of saying they act immorally. Excluding Charlie, the other golden ticket holders are each largely characterized by their distinct flaws. In this way, they're symbols of 4 of the 7 deadly sins. The 7 deadly sins are known as capital vices from Christian teachings. They're considered to be harmful dispositions that bring you further from God. Augustus is very evidently a metaphor for gluttony. He found his golden ticket from eating an overabundance of chocolate bars.
We knew Augustus would find the golden ticket. He ate so many candy bars a day that it was not possible for him not to find one.
Veruca is a metaphor for greed. She demands and receives anything she desires. So when she told her father she wanted one of the golden tickets, he immediately started buying hundreds of thousands of Wonka bars to increase her odds.
Where's my golden ticket? I want my golden ticket!
The third ticket was found by Violet, an arrogant little girl with a habit of boasting about her accomplishments. She's insanely competitive and makes it her life mission to win at everything, which is why she became committed to finding a golden ticket as soon as the competition was announced.
I'm the Junior World Champion Gum Tour. This piece of gum I'm chewing right at this moment, I've been working on for 3 months solid. That's a record.
She would therefore be a metaphor for pride. And then there's Mike, who's similarly arrogant, but is most notably characterized by his obsession with television. Due to his lack of effort to remove himself from his video games, he's a metaphor for sloth. These vices may lead the children to gain access to the chocolate factory, but they're also what ultimately cause their individual downfalls. Augustus is removed from the factory tour when he falls into the chocolate river because of his insatiable appetite. The prideful and overly self-confident Violet starts chewing a piece of imperfected gum, despite Wonka's advice not to, and ends up as a giant blueberry. During her self-entitled quest to capture one of the factory's trained squirrels for herself, Veruca falls into a garbage chute. And lastly, Mike gets caught up in his desire to be the first human teleporter, so it is his mindless obsession with the television that ends his chances at winning the grand prize. And thus, Augustus, Violet, Veruca, and Mike, or gluttony, pride, greed, and sloth respectively, are evicted from the tour and their time with Willy Wonka ends, just as it is believed that sinning brings you further from God. It is only Charlie, the most pure and innocent child, who completes the tour and is given permanent residence in the chocolate-making factory heaven, cementing his place in the heart of the revered Willy Wonka. Please do remember that this interpretation of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is not a critique or explanation of any religion, but merely a reading of how religious allegories can find themselves in the most unexpected of places. For all we know, this is a complete overreading. In the words of the film itself,
Why is everything here completely pointless?
Candy doesn't have to have a point. That's why it's candy.